Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about IDs and classes in CSS. IDs and classes are selectors which help us organize and style our code. An ID is a selector which uniquely identifies an element in our code, which means that one element can have only one ID and one ID can be used once on a page. Classes, on the other hand, are different. A class can be used on multiple elements. Furthermore, an element can have even multiple classes. I found a pretty good example which helps us understand the difference and the usage of IDs and classes. So, one way to think about IDs and classes is as barcodes and serial numbers. For example, all of the products in an electronics store have both a barcode and a serial number, but they provide different types of information. All phones with the same make and model will have the same barcode to denote information such as price or specific product information, but it will not help you tell one phone from the other. A serial number, on the other hand, is a unique identifier, so it is unique to a specific phone. This will not tell you anything about the price or where to locate the phone in the store, but it can identify a particular object. So pretty much this is the difference between IDs and classes. To understand it more, I would like to represent it with a little page I made. It is pretty basic, and forgive me, I didn't want to overcomplicate it. So this is a page where I have a profile picture and 5 div elements. Let me show you. This is the HTML. So I have a header, div with an image in it, and 5 div objects. And I made the div boxes, and I have a few selectors here. I will talk about those in a minute. So let's start with ID. When we want to use ID, when we want to refer an ID in CSS, we use the hash symbol. As you can see, I have an ID here for my very first div in the header, and I named it picture. And it represents this profile picture in my code. So let's say that I want my profile picture to be a little larger. So I use the hash symbol and the name of the identifier, and let's say I want 200 pixels height and the same width. So this will make my profile picture and just this picture bigger. As you can see, it didn't change anything else on my page. So let's move on to classes. As you can see, I made a few CSS selectors. Let's apply these to my divs in the code. So first I would like to use the right class. Let's say we are adding this to every other. Okay, so as you can see, I use the class on multiple elements and it worked. Every other box moved to the right side of the screen. So let's color the boxes. So let's make every first box red, and every second blue. You can see here that for one object I can use multiple classes. So here and here I use both white and blue. So you can see that the right ones turn blue and the left ones are red. And the other interesting thing that an element with an ID can also have a class. So I can even move the profile picture with an ID to the right side with a class I named right. I hope this helps to clarify the differences between IDs and classes, and I ask you, please, if you have any questions, if I can explain anything better or just provide you some information about this topic, don't hesitate. Write a comment below the video and I will answer it as fast as I can. Thank you very much for listening and for your attention, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.